Welcome to the Who, What, Where, When, and Why. I'm your host, Z.
And this is your hostess, Key, but her mic was tweaking out, so she can't introduce herself. And welcome to the first episode of Up and Rising.
What is Up and Rising?
So basically, Up and Rising is like our little like show thing where we basically kind of like connect with like our community and stuff. It's where we like answer questions, or in case we need to like put something out there, or we review something, like for example reviewing chapters, or just basically explaining what needs to be explained and getting whatever needs to get out there for you guys to know out there.
What is the Uprising? Now, essentially, we don't have an official plot, but if you would like to get like a semi-plot, since we're just starting the series, I suggest that you read the lores and the chapters and canon fates.
So, what exactly is the Uprising? Well, the Uprising is an original fan-based project featuring adventure, survivals, infections, rabbit holes, all that good stuff.
What are community-based goals? I'm gonna be honest, I wanna be a Saja boy.
I wanna be a Saja boy! I wanna be your idol!
No, but I want like a little group that just gets me and they click.
Also, don't mind how I'm literally doing most of these. Key's files literally won't work, and also she was stuttering most of the time.
How do I evolve with the fandom? And what are the requirements? So your character should be fitting into the fandom. If there's something like a demon, which we don't have species of in our fandom, they will not be allowed in. For your lores and explanation, you should give appearances, whether it's a drawing or a description, personality, and their backstory. Make sure to add as many details as possible, but that they are still simple enough for other people to read. Your roles have to be matching in the lore guidelines. There are 3 main rules.
The government, the game master, and another key.
If your OC has a higher role than any of them, they're an automatic outcast, and that OC will be disclosed as only
Fanon!
We don't have an exact number of the maximum OCs. If you're a really good OCs maker, then you probably already have a bunch of OCs. But eventually, we will get tired and we will allow other people to explore their creativity as canon. I suggest you be careful what you add onto your character. There are countries that are not canon, militaries that are not canon, OCs that are not canon. I'd suggest you wouldn't add those things because it just decreases your chance of becoming a canon character creator.
Who makes fandom decisions? Me and Z do!
What? No way! Paki! It always feels like that you guys are like hating on us, like you're targeting us.
Shut up!
If one person were to do all the decidings and judging and like, oh yeah, I think this, I think that, it's probably not going to be very fair because obviously everyone has their opinions about how they feel about someone and how they don't feel about someone.
How did we come up with the Uprising?
That's a good question because as a majority of you already know, I really love like things to do with infections. I am a zombie enthusiast. I love all these like little infection AU videos I used to watch, those My Little Pony infection AUs, those Happy Tree Friends infection AUs, even though there's not.
Oh my god!
I love like things like those. I used to watch gotcha stories of like little infection thingy majiggy zombie apocalypse. Oh my gosh, those were like low-key the best. Then later I invited my mi amor, I invited Z over, and she was like to help just like, you know, basically keep everything in order and stuff. And then she came up to me and she's like, yo, Key, and she just like lays this amazing idea on me, and I'm just like, this is a lot to take in. Let's go with that.
Originally, the Uprising was Key's server. I wasn't here until October. I was the one who brought up the idea of the Uprising being a fandom server. I texted her, I was like, oh my god, this is a wonderful idea. We should make it into a fandom. And like, she just like kept going along with it. Because originally I was there only to be a mod. The inspiration I took was from the Maze Runner, as well as the Joker card from Alice in the Borderland.
Also, a few months prior, Key was a huge zombie fan. Excuse me on this one, I had to be a little bit more quiet here.
Do any of the characters have sexuality?
Your answer is yes! Have no fear, queers. TGM is gender fluid and pansexual. So she is one of the first members that are in the kink community.
Are any of the characters inspired by other specific characters? For mine,
Yes!
yes. Shadow Milk Cookie, 035, the Joker card, Sundrop and Moondrop. But to be honest, she's my persona, so mostly myself. But her design were based off those characters. Are you planning to make a teamwork on this, or is this just a duo project?
For now, that's a really good question, by the way. For now, we don't really know. We haven't really like discussed or talked much about it. And right now we're just working as a duo on it. And we're just, you know, our thoughts, what we think. But we haven't like discussed much about making like a big team to work on this. So
Understanding on lore. Species is something that's like super complicated because we can make a chart later, but it won't matter in the future because there are so many mutations. Things like the Game Master, all we can say is that she isn't human. We can't disclose her official species because she's like a bunch of things in one, a mutation. So mostly we call other things mutations. Basically, the base is always human. Everything starts as a human and develops into something worse, creating their own species. Though, if you have an OC that you want to make canon and it's just they turn into a cat girl, no explanation, that's no. Explanations on lore will usually be found in canon fate channels. I suggest that you read lores or that you just ask simple questions and we will answer them our best.
Fuck you!